God humbles your enemies in this season because you remained humble through the transition in this timing right now. Therefore, God humbled your enemies by blessing you, even though they tried to set you back. And I'm about to tell you, chosen ones, it's about to get real. You see, you're so humble to the point that people will literally overlook you. People will literally not say thank you when you do kind things for them. People will literally pretend like you didn't put 150% effort into making sure that everything that you involve yourself with would be successful. It was a point that you were helping people before yourself. Helping people get to that 150%. Really trying to see other people do well. When people was winning around you, you wasn't hating. You wasn't wishing that they do bad. That part. See, these people thought that God was just going to keep allowing them to take advantage of you because you were kind. They took your heart as a weakness. Not even realizing the whole time God has a bird's eye view over everybody's heart. Oh yeah, he was judging everything behind the scenes. Some people faced a lot of heartbreak and they went through a lot of karma. And they're still facing karma right now. And they still got some karma to face. You don't know when. God works in mysterious ways. You don't know where God is gonna put things, and you don't know when God is gonna make certain things happen. But you know that what you put out comes back around. What you sow is what you reap. You reap what you sow. Don't let this enemy confuse you in this season. Continue to stay on the path for Christ. Continue to study to show yourself approved, chosen ones, and stay out everybody's face in this season right now. Because God is humbling your enemies. A lot of people overlooked you. A lot of people was throwing a lot of shade and walking around with wicked spirits. Their intention was never pure. It was never to see you do well, even though they used you for your energy, for your ideas. These people that were stealing your style, stealing your creativity, pretending to be you when you wasn't even around. And God revealed these things to you. God showed you these things through dreams, through the discernment. You were literally blessed. That's the thing about us chosen ones. We have gifts of discernment. We have a whole different gift that the average person just can't see because they're of the world, because they're not of God. Some of these people were these wicked people that God is humbling right now. Same people that you were praying for. Same people that you were showing up for. Telling them, keep it 100 with them. Like, look, I'm here to support. I'm here to see you do well because I know that we do the same thing. And, just because we do the same thing, whatever it is you did, chosen one, that you do. You wanted to see other people do well. You was willing to work hand in hand. Y'all had a business. You was trying to help them build the business. You did your part. You did your best. But that wasn't enough. People still had to try to sabotage you and bring you down in the whole process. All because of jealousy, all because they seen the potential that God put inside you. Here it is, chosen ones. Trust me, I know. You know how hurt I was? There's times where I knew certain people was betraying me. They looked me right in my face, just betrayed me, then come look me in my face. And I know they betrayed me, and I just forgave them right there in the midst, because God blessed me with a humble heart. I know that they do not know what they do, so I had to forgive them. It was scriptures that guided me in the way that I would maneuver in life as I was growing up. God always spoke to me through the word. When I would go to church, when I would open up the word, I'm going to tell you right now, sometimes you got to study to show yourself approved. Take your time out to open that Bible up. Take your time out to get right with God in this season before it's too late. Because when God come around and he allowed the Grim Reaper to come down, trust me, God allows the devil to do what he do. Because if he didn't want the devil to be here, God would not have the enemy here. That part. But you have to know what side you on and what you live for. God gives us the word for us to be able to make a decision. There's some people going through torment right now because of their own decisions. Some people not even trying to even make it up to God. They'd rather steal, kill, and destroy and pick up the ways of the devil. The Bible says the enemy is out to kill, steal, and destroy. Hear this. It's no game. And right now, you got to stay low key. Cut that person off. They can't be humble, but you can humble yourself for them. You can watch them win and support them. How long have you been going? Some of y'all been going for years, chosen ones. I know. Trust me, I know some of y'all been going years. Biting your tongue for people. In other words, you were literally letting people walk over you. When they know they needed to reciprocate a little bit more. They know they needed to meet you halfway. They know they should have put way more respect on your name in the process. They know who you were, and they know you were serious, and they know you were about your business. And they knew that you were one of the most talented, educated, blessed, favored by God. People knew you were a man of God. People knew you were a woman of God, and they didn't even care. But God did. Hello, somebody in the comments say, God did. God humble your enemies, and he's going to continue to humble your enemies for the simple fact that God is in control. As much as people and man, the Bible talks about man ways versus God's ways. When you open up into Proverbs will teach you about the wisdom of man in comparison to God. The foolish things of God is wiser than the most intelligent things of man. Hear this. This is in the scriptures. Open up Proverbs and really get into detail, because this is where you're going to understand a little bit of how God humbles people in this thing called life. You might not be able to see things right away, but in this spiritual world, when you walk in the truth, when you live a life of repentance, when you pray and separate yourself from this world, you will begin to see, because trust me, God will show you through different things. It's the grace of God that keeps us going. When God humbles us, we need to give God the glory, give God the praise. Because you know why? When God humbles a chosen one, that's God's grace, that's God's mercy. Everybody gets humbled at different times. We just don't know exactly when or how, what God is doing exactly. But I'm going to tell you right now, when God humbles you, you're going to know, you're going to feel it. Because right now, this past year, God has been exposing a lot of people. God even exposed ourselves to ourselves. Some people not going to catch that. Yet I'm telling you, God exposed you to you. That part, pay attention, chosen ones. God needs you to reflect right now in this season. Just like David, when David made his little mistakes, you know what I'm saying? He made his little mistakes, committed adultery, did certain things. God had to reveal David to David. And David had got down on his knees because David is a humble man. So he humbled himself before the Lord. And he's prayed and asked God for forgiveness, for understanding, for mercy, and for grace over his life, because he has that love for the Lord. It's the fear of the Lord that gives David his wisdom. Yeah, I'm telling you. And this is why God made David king. And this is why God allowed David to do certain things. And if you haven't seen that movie, you should go watch it, y'all. Because I seen it. It was a great movie. And some people are going to sleep on it because it's animation. But I think they did a pretty decent job. I mean, obviously, I would have probably changed some of the, the shades. The shades of some of the individuals who played certain parts in the movie. But other than that, it's a great movie, and I would advise y'all to go check it out, all right? But now back to regular programming. God humble your enemies, and they are pissed off in this season. Trust me, you got a lot of people that's going to pretend like they don't see you right now because you know why? People know your potential. They're just waiting for you to really be on top, and they could see, like with their eyes. People don't even know that God's already blessed you without even having to show off anything. And you're supposed to stay quiet. It's no need to flaunt in front. You ain't got to put on anything to prove that you got it. You ain't got to flash money and then, like these people be doing. They get on social media, like these rappers, and they just want to flash, 20s of thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars all day, every day. But if you really look at the rap sheet, you got hundreds of rappers dying off of things like that. Hear what I'm telling you? Because the devil don't care who you are. The devil will use any entry point. So when you not humble in this season, when you boasting, the Bible talks about boasting as well. All that stuff comes back around. Because it's just the seeds that you're planting. It's the energy that you're putting out into the world. Over time, you will eventually attract the maggots in the world, the darkness. Because what happens is when you're not humble, you're not thankful for what God is doing. You're telling God that he shouldn't continue to do what he's doing to give you grace and give you mercy. Indirectly, that's what people are doing. Sometimes you got to really pay attention to who God is sending in your life, because you can't go back 2025, 2024. God already done sent certain people. Hear them telling you, chosen ones. Some of these haters that was hating on you, some of these people that God is going in the background and they're dealing with karma and all that stuff, and God is humbling people in the season. Some of them people, during the past year or two, I'm going to tell you right now, a couple of years, God sends people, I believe in everybody's life, to try to give them a message. Sometimes God will whisper through a person, through a kid, through a stranger, through a movie, through a show, through you at work. Something might happen. You might hear about a current event, and God will be trying to give a message. And you just have to pray and ask God for the servant to understand what he's trying to say to you directly. Same thing will happen to some of these people that overlook you. These so-called friends, so-called business partners, so-called fam, whoever it was, chosen ones. You know who I'm talking about. Trust me, because you can feel it in your spirit, your discernment. Don't be fooled. When people show you something in this season, believe what people are showing you, because right now, the enemy does not even care. Like, listen, the enemy is trying to get anybody to attack each other, to spaz out on each other, to betray each other, when all you have to do is just love one another and help each other. Especially when you're on the same time. And sometimes, you want to help people so bad, and I get it. But once certain people show you, though, I'm going to keep it real with you. You have to believe them and cut people off. They had their chance. And this is why God is humbling them, because some people, they know you're not never going back to them. They could never, ever come back in your life. Ever. They will never, ever be able to receive the blessings that God bestowed inside of you, because once you shared it with them that one time, and you try to work it out, and we chosen ones, we give people multiple chances. We try to show them love. We try to help them. We want to bring them, come on, let's go. Yeah, whole team. It's a party over here. We want to have fun with everybody, but this is just the younger version of ourselves. As we get older, we start to realize, hold on, this person ain't really reciprocating. Hold on one second. This person ain't really, oh, no. That is some bullshit. Excuse my French. Them bullish. And you not accepting it. You ain't with it. Somebody say, I'm not with it. It's not happening 2026. It is not happening the year after that. Once people show you how they felt, they show you who they are, believe them, chosen ones. Because now that you cut them off, God has been opening up doors for greater people to come into your life. Some of y'all have met some of the most best people that you have met in years, and just this past year that just passed. God has showed you the difference. God has revealed to you the difference between the people that's really down for you, that's willing to support you and meet you halfway, and the people that ain't got no fight, no dog in them. They're not going to meet you halfway. They'll rather steal from you. They'll rather play a little game and pretend like they really going to get they down for you and they're your friend. But the whole truth is they're really in competition with you because they're dealing with demons that we don't even know about. And they don't want to hear no advice from you. They don't want to be encouraged by you because they're too busy competing with you because they're jealous. Or if they're not jealous, they're intimidated. Nobody never taught them how to work with other people. Nobody never taught them how to love and see other people win. And it's like, there's people that's always going to be winning regardless. Before we came into this world and when we leave the world. And while we're living, existing, we're only here for what? 100 years if we're lucky. 75, 100 years if we're lucky. And then life goes on, and then the next generations of people come. How much time do people think we really have, chosen ones? Everybody doesn't have that type of common sense to comprehend that like you. This is why you gave people time, and then you realize, hold up, I don't got a whole lot of time to be wasting with people who are not sure how to love. Who is not sure how to grow and make teamwork to make the dream work. That part right there. There's not one building that will exist in any city without teamwork. And a building can store way more people than a house. Think about what I'm saying, chosen ones. God put this on my heart to share with somebody today. God humbled your enemies. Hear what I'm telling you. You've learned how to help people who need you. You learned how to know the difference between people who's going to reciprocate versus the people who are going to just reciprocate. Hear what I'm telling you. They're going to reciprocate 2025, 2026. Get ready. They're going to even hate more. You're going to have people that's going to straight love you. And they're going to show you. They're going to support you. And you're going to know because you have the discernment from God. As long as you're in the will of God, God's going to show you. But you got to realize something. Some people, they're going to keep trying to play the game. And some people are going to come up straight up from the beginning. They're going to show you how they feel. They're going to show you they're not for Christ. They're going to show you that they cannot be trusted. And you have to believe them. Because where you're going is not the same. It's where they're going. You pray for these people. You love them. You don't hate on them. You don't got to compete with people. Love them. Pray for them. Hope the best for them. And stay out their face. Stay out their way. Keep people out your face, chosen ones. Because God has something for you. And you're not going to get to where God needs to take you if you're fighting, going back and forth, arguing with people who never really had your best intentions from the beginning. They can't even honor and respect the fact that you actually really help them or support them in their life. They can't acknowledge it. Oh, I don't know how to do that. They really wonder, like, who raised people? Who raised them? Who taught them how to live? Some people forget. People think that one day lasts forever. No, it's just this one day, this 1 week, this 1 year. Everybody ain't going to be in the same place forever. One day you could be up, the next day you could be down tomorrow. Somebody down tomorrow, the next person's up. Who are you going to be in the process? When I'm down, I'm still loving. When chosen ones is down, we still loving. We still supporting people. We still show up for people until they really show us that they don't deserve it. Don't get it twisted. We ain't fools now. But the average person is not doing that in today's timing. The modern day person right now, the people in this world who have not picked up their cross, who don't walk in the fear of God, who's not in that mission to understand. Hear this, they do not know. These are a lot of people are reprobated in this time period. You have to believe them. Looking you right in your face. I'm telling you, it's the people that know you forever, real close to you. Some people or even some strangers. They'll show you familiar signs that they just like somebody that you know. Apple don't fall too far from the tree. And you gotta believe them, chosen ones. And I'm praying for y'all. I really am. I pray that God continues to fill you up with discernment. I appreciate y'all commenting. And some of the stories I've been reading, like, I really pray for y'all in this season. I pray that God heals you. God protects you with your children. God gives you clarity, because God is watching over your children when you're not around. Trust me, the more you pray and you stay in the will of God, you stay fasting and you stay separated from these demonic, wicked people in this world, God is going to continue to bless you, and he will make sure your children is okay. Trust me, God will take care of the children. Do your best part and pray and raise them up in the fear of God. Trust me, and God will take care of your children, because I know I dropped a couple of videos, but I ain't going to go off this topic too much, y'all. Like I said, God is humbling your enemies in this season, y'all. And I pray that God continues to fill you with the Holy Spirit. He continues to fill you with discernment to be able to understand and evaluate what's going on in your life. Evaluate the difference between the people who you can trust with your energy, with your effort, with your time. The time we cannot get back right now, y'all. This is it. It's the oldest you're gonna be, the youngest you ever gonna be, the youngest you ever gonna be. Every day. So you gotta realize that most people, when they come across you, they will be intimidated, because you carry the spirit of God, you carry the spirit of love, and you do not allow the enemy to take advantage of you. Therefore, when God started blessing you, and people seen that they couldn't control you, they couldn't stop you, that's why these people turned on you. This is why a lot of people, showed you that they wasn't as humble as you. They're not as true. They're not as loving. And a lot of it come from the way they're raised up, their environments, who they listen to music-wise, the people that they admire, idol worshipers. A lot of people that you come across in your path that betray you and did you wrong, they idol worship, the Bible tells you. And you're dealing with different demonic spirits from the devil himself. And some people will change, but some people will never change. Some people will straight be demons, and they will walk around and cause chaos. And they'll rather, go with the flesh, go flesh to flesh. They'll rather live by the sword and die by the sword. And that's what's going to happen to some of these people. And you can't stop it. You can pray for them, and you can pay attention so you can stay out of harm's way. Believe the signs. If people showing you that they live by the sword, you stay away. Come out from amongst them. Don't be no fool and have the pride destroy you. Trying to go hand in hand with this devil. The devil don't care. The devil is a spirit working through anybody. It's no face. The devil has no face. He can use anybody. That's why you have to stay prayed up and ask God for discernment, so you know the spirits on certain people around you. Just because you know somebody a long time doesn't mean that they really have your best intentions. You start winning, people will change in the flick of a dime, flick of a second. All of a sudden, people turn out to be somebody that you never expected them to be, and they show you that they was never down for you. They was only down because what you was doing for them and who you was connected to and the opportunities that they can maybe get. Don't fall for it. Remain humble and continue to walk on this narrow path of Christ, and watch what God continue to do for you. God gonna expose these people, and God will get them out your life eventually, because you will see and you're gonna separate yourself. So continue to stay strong. I love y'all. Peace. Just righteous water flows. It's to all the chosen ones out there. Just need a reminder that God is humble with your enemies, because you remain humble. You didn't go against them. You wish the best for them.